What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another edition of Can Cahoon Guess the Spread, week number 3, which is hosted by Sports Bets, but mostly chaos. So before we dive into week 3, let's take a look at recap of just exactly how things played out for Cahoon last week. It was what do you say, Cahoon? Just not a good week for you. Only 7 points on the board. So
Nope, not a good week.
I will say, looking back, I mean, yes, you did have a couple of more, big misses that cost you points, but I think you look back and see that there were 7 games that you guessed on that you got no points in. So that was maybe some missed opportunities right there. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully on the way up. So you started with 12 in week 1, and now you're down to 7. And you feeling like you're looking good this week? You think you're going to get more than 7?
We'll see. I have not even looked at the schedule to see who's playing who fully, so
All right.
be very
Well,
interesting. I,
and
I
another
try to
thing.
stay the most away from stuff
Yeah.
as
Well,
possible.
another thing that we unfortunately do have to bring up, and that is your lock of the week. So your lock this past week was Kansas City over the Ravens on Sunday Night Football, and the Ravens won the game outright. So you are now 0-2. So maybe a little bit more careful exactly what you go with, because if you start 0-3,
Shut the hell up.
not looking very good.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people were betting that. So Vegas made a lot of money.
True. So, all right. Well, Kahuna is saying he's going to get more than 7 points. Let's see if it's coming true. Let's get things going. We start with Thursday night football. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Houston Texans.
In Houston, correct?
Correct.
Carolina
He's going
3.5.
Okay. So you're opening up with Carolina. You said -3.5, yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you final answer, but I already know you're going to tell me. Did not give you final answer. All right. That answer is, and let me tell you, off by quite a bit, bud. Carolina's favored by 7.5 points in this game.
No respect. Oh, actually, that's right. Tyrod Taylor's not playing. Mills is playing.
Yeah. And unfortunately for you, you already yourself in a hole as you're now -1. So,
yikes.
All right. We'll keep things going now to the Sunday slot. It opens up with the Washington football team traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
How much did you say Carolina's favored by?
7.5.
Okay. I was like, wait, I thought I heard 10.5 for some reason.
No.
All right. Washington football team's going to who?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Buffalo 7.5.
All right. He's going Buffalo 7.5. The final answer is locked in. Survey says
Their sound things are just not working today, are they?
No, I just have to jump different soundboards, so it's hard. And then not to mention I'm adjusting the music, the bed that goes underneath when you're picking, so it's a lot to work with. But close.
I don't even hear any music underneath.
Oh man, I screwed up. Dang it. Okay, now I know why. I forgot to share the computer audio. You're good now. So don't worry. Figured it out. That's what happens. We recorded this one day later than normal, so props to me. But anyways, incorrect. And but close. It was Buffalo's here by 8.5 in this game. They're here by 8.5. So you got the point back, so you're back down to 0. So fresh start, plenty of games left to go. Let's keep it moving. We now go to the Justin Fields led Chicago Bears headed to Cleveland to take on Baker Mayfield and the Browns.
Browns 10.5.
All right. He's going to go Cleveland -10.5. Survey says Incorrect. Not enough to lose points, but Cleveland is actually favored by just 7.5, not 10.5, only 7.5 in this ballgame. Ooh, he's got that look on his face, like he might.
That doesn't make any sense. Just no. All right.
So, all right, no harm, no foul there. But now we're gonna move things over to the Motor City. It's the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Ravens 5.5.
Ravens minus 5.5. The ESPN Pick'em has this to say to you. You are
wrong.
Baltimore is favored by 9.5.
Okay.
So that puts it back to -1, as that's another loss of points.
Damn. So you said it was in Detroit, right?
Correct.
Damn. So on a neutral field, they're what, 12.5-point favorites? 11.5?
That is correct.
God damn. Makes sense, but still, shit. All right.
All right, moving on. It is the Indianapolis Colts headed to Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans.
This is probably the toughest spread to pick because obviously Carson Wentz is not officially out. But I'm going to guess that he's not going to play and Easton's going to play, and I'm guessing that's what Vegas is expecting. So let's go with Tennessee minus 7.5.
Tennessee minus 7.5. What do you got? Incorrect, but
Damn.
no points
terrible.
lost, but also no points given, as Tennessee is favored by 7.5 in this game. I'm sorry, excuse me. You said 7.5. It's favored 5.5. They're favored by 5.5.
So they're probably expecting Wentz to play then. Okay.
All right.
Telling right now, viewers, bet the spread on that one if Wentz does not play.
Assuming the line is that low.
Yeah, well, I'm saying as soon as you get that news, like keep looking at Twitter, try to get it before someone else, before they take it off.
All right, an AFC Western Division matchup. It's Justin Herbert and the Chargers headed to Kansas City to take on Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Chiefs 6.5.
All right, he's going with Kansas City minus 6.5. His answer is locked in. And the survey says he is correct on the money. Congratulations, Cohoon. You got that on the money. The Chiefs are, in fact, favored by 6.5 points. That's a 3-pointer right there, and that gets you to now at +2, a +2. So let's see if you can keep this going.
Ride the wave.
Riding this wave. Move on to the next game, which is the New Orleans Saints headed to New England to take on the Patriots.
New England minus 2.5.
He's taking New England minus 2.5. Looking to keep up the good work after nailing the last one. But will he do it? As we stop the music, we check it. And we have correct again.
Yeah, baby.
On the money. It's New England -2.5, and Cohoon has doubled it up. And yes, hit that daily double correctly this time. It's a double pointer. It's 3 on the board, which gives you now 5. All right. Wow, you are trending right now in the upwards direction as we shift it now to probably one of your most exciting games on the board of this weekend. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants. I almost said the New Jersey Giants, but it is because it's in New Jersey, so also heavy on the sarcasm on that whole exciting game.
Let's go Giants 5.5.
Okay, he's gonna go New York Giants -5.5. It's locked in. It's being passed up to the podium. And the answer is
No.
incorrect. The Giants are favored by 3.5 in this game. 3.5. So 0 points, nothing lost there. Keeping it right where you're at.
Danny Trips is going to have himself a game as long as he doesn't, trip.
That's a really
Here's a bold take.
good one. Man.
Daniel Jones will have more rushing yards than the whole Atlanta Falcons rushing team will have.
Ooh, mark the tape.
There's a bold take for you.
Mark the tape right there. We have to revisit that because it could get funeralized if you don't hit on that one. So.
Yep, it could be.
So, all right, we keep it going. It's now the Joe Burrow-led Cincinnati Bengals headed to Pittsburgh, or as I called them, the Schittsburg Steelers after the loss.
Everyone's so high and mighty on Cincinnati, and I don't get it. I mean, they beat the Vikings, but I called them losing to the Bears. I knew they were gonna have a bad game. This is tough though.
Well,
Pittsburgh,
at the same time,
Pittsburgh hasn't been playing good though.
Chicago, it was like that game was just a game of defenses, and the fact is Cincinnati still only lost the game by 3 points. I mean, yeah, I know it took turnover towards the end of the game, but
yeah. Let's see. What did Vegas do on this one? I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh 3.5.
all right. He's locking up Pittsburgh -3.5. So basically presuming that on a neutral field, that Pittsburgh is only a half-point favorite. All right. Well, enough of that. Let's move it to the scoreboard, which says incorrect, but very close. You still get a point. Pittsburgh is favored by 4.5. 4.5.
Makes sense.
All right, so I got you at 6, which is only 1 off of last week. So really, you mostly just can't blow this.
I think a lot of people are going to bet that as well.
Yeah. All right, we now move on. It's the last of the morning games, and it's the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals headed to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. You sure about that?
I mean, he might have, but I wouldn't be shocked if Brady got it for his 5 touchdowns.
I already saw it on Instagram that was.
It was Kyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just making sure.
All right.
But yeah, Arizona at Jacksonville.
Arizona 11.5.
He is taking the Cardinals -11.5.
You said it was in Arizona and in Jacksonville, right?
It's in Jacksonville, yes.
Yes.
All
11.5.
We're locking it in. And we checked the scoreboard. And we came up with.
Not even close.
Yeah, Arizona favored by just 7.5 in this game. 7.5, which costs you a point. I don't think I'm not gonna do it yet. All right, so minus 1 point. Now we'll shift our attention over to the afternoon games, and it's going to start with the don't look now. It's an interception. New York Jets headed to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Well, the Broncos were 6-point favorites on the road against Jacksonville, and Arizona is only 7. So basically, Vegas is saying that Arizona is only 1.5 point better than 1 point better than Detroit, Denver. That doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like I should have lost one there. I don't know what the hell Vegas is doing. For this one, really, really good defense against a really bad rookie. Denver, 11.5.
All right. The 11.5 in the last pick cost him a point. Will it cost him again here? All right. He's taking Denver minus 11.5. The survey says it's incorrect, but very close. And you were thinking the right thing. Denver is favored, but by 10.5. It's 10.5. Well, so one off, that gets you 1 point. The frustration going through his mind. Right?
Just like Arizona is not a 1 point better team than Denver. I get they're both. Well, I get Arizona almost lost, but they're 2-0. But like Denver, who's Denver played compared to who's Arizona played? I don't get it.
All right, we keep things going. It's the Jacoby Brissett era for the Miami Dolphins, and it's headed to Las Vegas to take on Derek Carr and the Raiders.
Oh, great. The biggest troll team in the freaking NFL.
Ooh.
Oh, man. This could be such a letdown game, though, for the Raiders, too. Whew.
Yeah, I also thought that was going to be last week, and, let's see how that panned out.
No, but last weekend, the Raiders weren't expected to win. Now they have expectations. They're facing off against Jacoby Brissett at home. Like everyone's going to be watching them and expecting them to win. And anytime the Raiders are expected to win is when they lose. But for the pick'em, I'll go Raiders 7.5.
All right. He is taking Las Vegas minus 7.5. That answer is incorrect. The Raiders are favored by 4.5. 4.5.
All right. So Vegas is putting no respect on the Raiders, just like I am. Vegas thinks the Raiders are only 1.5 point better against a team led by Jacoby Brissett. Okay.
Well, this is.
I was expecting Vegas to give them more respect.
Yeah.
All right.
This is an exciting matchup.
What am I down to 5?
No, you didn't lose any points because I was only 3 off, so you're still at 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But I will say, have fun with this matchup because it is Tom Brady and the Bucs traveling to LA to take on the Rams. Maybe this is the toughest game.
Well, Buccaneers would be favored on neutral side. How much? Shut the hell up. I'm thinking. Like I said, I did not look at any matchup at all. I stay away from spreads. I stay away from matchups. This is my first look. So obviously, I'm stuck between.
I say he's an idiot.
I say you're a jackass.
Daddy, chill.
Tampa Bay. This doesn't happen that very often, but let's go Tampa Bay minus half a point.
All right. He is going to take Tampa Bay favored by a half a point. And as
It happens very well sometimes.
we look at the
Especially if
scoreboard, we have.
I don't think so, Tim.
Yeah, the LA Rams are actually favored by 1.5 in this game. The Rams are favored by 1.5. But hey, no, nothing lost
What?
here.
Wait a second. So they're taking the Rams. Neutral field, right? They're taking the Rams. Are they taking Tampa Bay by?
Tampa Bay would be, if neutral site, Tampa Bay would be favored by 2.5.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, my math was off there. That's what happened. Okay,
All right.
my math was terrible there. I basically just said that they were favored by 6.5. Okay, whoops. That makes more sense.
All right. As we shift on, it is the
Hold
last.
on. Lock of the week.
Lock
Tampa
of the
Bay.
week.
Tampa Bay to cover.
Oh my God, he is literally gonna. Oh man, I'm not gonna say
Tampa Bay
anything.
win. What? Tampa Bay is going to win that game. You said the Rams are favored, right?
Yeah, by 1.5.
Yeah. So Tampa Bay is going to win.
Okay, well, let's just move on to the last of the Sunday afternoon. It's the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm not a huge believer on the Rams. Just as me. Remember, you guys all like the Rams more than I do. They don't have a run game. Stafford's just Stafford, you know. Okay, what's the Sunday night game?
Not there yet. We're still on this game.
Okay.
I said this is the last of the Sunday afternoon, and it's Seattle at Minnesota.
Ew, this is disgusting. Can we just skip this game?
No.
Minnesota 2.5.
Minnesota favored by 2.5. And the reason why I said it the way I did is because you maybe wanted to save this game for your lock of the week, because Seattle is favored by 1.5. You really think that Seattle is going to possibly lose this game? I don't see it.
Dude, Minnesota almost beat Arizona. Like, Minnesota is such a troll job. Like they blow it against Cincinnati, but then they come up against Arizona. And Seattle lost to Tennessee too. So both these teams are still mediocre in my opinion.
Game just seems a little fishy to me, but
I'm not touching that game.
all right, we move.
Definitely not touching that one.
Sunday Night Football, which is Green Bay visiting the Niners.
God damn. Green Bay keeps having primetime games. This is gross. All the injured running backs. Green Bay coming off a huge win against Detroit. Niners 3.5.
He's taking the Niners minus 3.5. The scoreboard we look at says he got it. He got it on the money. It is 3.5. for the Niners.
Yeah, baby.
So that is 3 points for you, which now brings you to, I believe, 9.
Ooh, it's like a tie at first.
So you could still tie with your high score, but you're gonna have to nail the Monday Night Football game on the money. And now we shift our attention to that game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
How about that ugly ass game? God. Oh, look. Oh, there's another flag on the field. Dallas 4.5.
He is taking his Cowboys 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
The survey says, but close. You did still get a point.
3.5.
Yes, it is 3.5. Dallas fair by 3.5 points. But that gives you like I said, you do get a point. So what do we have yet? 10? Let me just double check my scores here, make sure, right? 4, 5,
Carry the 0.
yeah, I got you at 10. So 10 points this week. Let's see. You had 1, 2. You had 3 of them on the money, just like you did last week. Let's see.
So I didn't lose as many as
You had 6 of them that you missed with 0 points. Big misses. You had 1, 2, 3. You only had 3 big misses, so that's a little better than you did last week by 1. And you're testing your 0 for 2 lock of the week on Tampa Bay. So what's a bold strategy, Cotton? Let's see if it pays off or not.
Force the Rams to become a believer of me, because I do not believe in that team whatsoever.
All right, well, that does it for another edition of over here of Sports Bets, but mostly chaos of can Cohoon guess the spread for week number 3. And yeah, we're back tomorrow with the main show, as well as our continuation of our head-to-head battle for the season. As
a lot of heads.
As Ben did enter week 2 ahead, but I'll give you a little spoiler. He's not in first place going into week 3, but you'll have to keep tuning in to find out just exactly who is. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.